Hi, I'm Sophia Thompson and my major is Interior Architecture and Design.
I'm Maggie Flanagan and my major is Business Marketing.
I'm Ollie Shannon and my major is Computer Science.
I'm Kirsten Severson and my major is Interior Design and Architecture.
My water bill is so high this month.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, did you know that the average American actually wastes 82 gallons of water per day?
82?
I know, it's a lot, right?
That's a ton of water.
Yeah, and the average family wastes 25 gallons a day.
Oh my gosh. Why don't people use like rainwater?
I don't know, I think they do, but I can't do that because I live in an apartment.
Oh, I wonder if like there's a way to do it on like a balcony or a window.
I bet. Let's go figure out if we can find a way.
Okay. Our long-term goal is to save water resources and costs by harvesting rainwater in an urban setting. For people who don't have a yard and live in areas where relying on tap water can be expensive or environmentally unsustainable, harvesting rainwater on a balcony could be a great solution. Harvested rainwater can be used to cook, water houseplants, bathe, and more. Using rainwater would decrease overall water consumption, lower water bills, and reduce the strain on municipal water resources. Places that may find this useful include California, Washington, and Oregon because the price of water there is particularly high. Washington and Oregon also get a lot of rain, so they would be able to collect a lot more water. Some of our final solution sketches include this, which is a fence with a water collection system on top. A similar idea is this with a window with a water collection system on the outside, which leads to a barrel where the water would be stored and could then be used. Our final one is this one, which shows a balcony with a gutter running along the top right here, which funnels into a barrel where the rainwater would be stored in order for it to be used. This just shows that the gutter would be rounded and curved in order for it to work.
In our storyboard, we start off with someone who's really upset about their water bill being expensive. So then they move on to outside, where you can see that they're living in the city and they're asking themselves how they can save water when they still have plants to water and other necessities. And then here we introduce our prototype, which is a gutter type system that collects rainwater and collects it into this barrel with a little spigot so that you can pour it into whatever needs to be collected. And then here you can see how the rain is being collected and then goes into that barrel. And finally, we see that the water being collected can be used to water plants or cooking or anything that you need the water for.
The prototype that we created is a rain collector made for people who live in apartments. The idea is this product will save water and reduce water bills. When it rains, the product will collect and harvest water that can be used for watering plants, drinking water, or whatever you may want to harvest rainwater for. The collector is made in a rounded shape that allows more water to be collected. It then flows down into the barrel to be stored for whenever you need it. We would also create different size barrels for different amounts of water storage. The way these would be attached to the balcony is through hooks that you can hang on the edge, allowing the product to be placed on either side of the balcony. Here we are demonstrating how the water flows through the prototype. As you can see, all the water is being caught in the top and then flowing down into the barrel. Here is a more accurate example of how this product works. As you can see, it is raining and the rain collector is grabbing all of the water it can to be stored in the barrel. Then when I am ready, I transfer the water to a container that allows me to water my many plants that I have. After, you are left with a balcony full of watered and happy plants without ever having to turn on the faucet. When thinking about customer testing for our product, we really want to make sure that we focus on things that can be added or subtracted to make it most useful for our user. So one of the first things is we would try different types of balconies, different sizes, different railings, all that kind of stuff, so that way we can make sure that our product is very versatile and can be used on many different types of balconies. The other idea would be to try a filtration system in our little tube where the water goes through. Another good testing idea that we had would be have a spigot on the end of this, so that way you can open it up and just get that water right out of there. We would want to make sure that we pick specific customers so that we get a wide range of data for us to use in our customer testing. Another plan for customer testing would be making sure that any apartments that have animals in them the product would be out of reach so that they cannot ingest that water unless the owner is wanting them to. So we would make sure to include those users in our testing as well.
Because time was limited, we interviewed a classmate. We found out that he would use rainwater as a supplemental water source for cooking, baths, and drinking water, in addition to watering plants. He said that the filter was very important to him. He would also like to be more sustainable and save money on his water bill. We were able to answer questions about potential use, but we still have some questions about materials we would use and if.
So we were unaware that the usage of water is really high and oftentimes wasted. And we learned that people are open to using rainwater for different usages.
Something that could be a problem is balcony overhangs that are pretty large and could prevent rainwater from getting to the gutter on the balcony.
In the future, when expanding our product, we would like to look at how we can make our product useful on windows as well as balconies.
Through testing our product, we realized that we would use a stronger material for our prototype and that it worked better than we thought it was going to.
Thanks for watching!